Terry Reilly.
Well, I want to tell you a story about a relationship I got into a few years ago that went bad. I guess it was my fault. It's something I did. But it starts with my morning habit. And probably almost every one of you, I like my day to start the same today as it did yesterday. You like a morning routine. That first hour you wake up, you want everything to be, a routine. So four or 5 years ago, we moved house to a new house. My daughter was just going into first grade. And I started a new morning routine. And it worked like this. It's a pretty much standard thing. Wake up, the alarm goes off, get down, put on the coffee, hop in the shower. By the time I come out, my wife and daughter are up, get breakfast into her. And then I would take her off, walk to the school bus stop. It's about a quarter mile away. And then I walked a loop the first day, like a mile loop through the neighborhood, stopped, got a cup of coffee at the variety store, and that became my routine. So the second day, I go, I drop her, I walk the same route, and I see a couple of people along the way that I saw the day before. They're on the same schedule, and I'm friendly and nod, yeah, good morning, how you doing? And this goes on for a couple of days. So I don't know, the third or fourth day, I'm on the same route, I'm walking down the street, and this guy's coming up in an electric wheelchair. And just as he passed me, I said, good morning. And the guy wheels on me and gives me this weird look, locks eyes with me and says, asshole! And I freaked out, and he was gone. He just kept going. And I was bitten, and it hurt. It stung, and I didn't know what I had done. But the vitriol and the venom in this guy's thing was like I had killed his mother or something. And I was kind of rattled by it. So I went and I had my cup of coffee and I go home. The next day I go on the route and, don't see him. And then, a couple of days later, I'm going down the same route. Here he comes up the hill again. And this time I'm very worried. And I just kind of, go in. And just as he's passing, I give him ever so slight, it's just like a little nod. Asshole! And, and he's gone again. So I walk down, I get to the variety store. And I say to the guy in the variety store, do you know that there's a guy in a wheelchair? And he goes, oh, yeah, James. He goes, he's a jerk. And I was like, and I said, well, what's the deal with him? And he said, he was in a motorcycle accident, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. And he got all screwed up. He can't walk, and he's not quite right in the head. But he was a jerk before the motorcycle accident. Now he's a jerk in the wheelchair. He's a nasty piece of work. And I said, oh, okay. So, life went on. And every morning I'd do this thing, and maybe 2 mornings a week I would see this guy. And after he told me what was going on, I just got used to it. And so then it would be, good morning, asshole! A couple of days. How's that? How are you feeling there, James? Asshole! What a beautiful day, asshole! And so it went. And, and after a while, it became part of my routine that I looked forward to. And I would just sort of get very kind of, what am I going to say to James today? And I would always do it in this real bubbling, isn't life grand this morning, James? Asshole. And then, some days he wouldn't be there, and I would miss him. And I would realize I'm smitten, and I'd say, how weird is that? I miss somebody calling me asshole in the morning, So this went on for literally probably a year and a half. I'd see him 2-3 mornings a week. And one morning I came out, and there he was at the bottom of the hill, just sort of stopped there on the side of the road. And when I came down, his battery in his electric chair had died, and he was stuck there. And as I came down the hill, he kind of started gesturing, come here, and he gestured me over, and he basically wanted me to push him up the hill. So, so I did. So I go and I push him up the hill, and I leave him, and, he doesn't say anything, and off I go. And so a couple of days later, I'm walking my route. Good morning, James. Nothing. I was crushed. Like, come on, where's my asshole, And ever after, I ruined it. I ruined everything. He never called me asshole again, and I miss it. That's my story.